even when you weren't ready? Maybe at school, when a teacher asks a question and everyone expects an answer immediately. You might want to answer it quickly, because you might feel that others will see you as less capable if you don't answer right away. Many people believe that being fast means being smart. But I believe that thinking deeply is much more powerful than thinking quickly. When I was younger, I dreamed of becoming an author. But one day, I saw AI read a story in seconds, something that would take me hours. And I wonder, does that mean my dream is impossible? Hi, my name is Jeong, and I love books. I especially love books about adventure, fantasy, and magical creatures. When I was very young, I read books all the time, while eating breakfast, during the day, and before going to bed. I especially love stories about magical creatures and mysteries. One day, while reading like usual, I got an amazing idea. What if I became an author? From that moment, I dreamed about becoming a writer. In my imagination, my book became a bestseller and people all around the world enjoyed reading it. I even won the Newbery Prize. But then, I woke up and the dream was all gone. In order to achieve my dream job, I started writing stories on my own. Writing was even more exciting than reading, because when I wrote my own stories, ideas just popped into my head. I wrote everything down until I ran out of ideas. Then, I read my story. I read it again, and guess what? It was terrible. There were too many topics like scary dreams, magic, elves, dwarves, loneliness, bullies, aliens, and even richness. It was so confusing. I felt frustrated and disappointed. It felt like my dream might never come true. A few days later, I learned more about AI. I discovered that AI can write stories in seconds. AI can explain facts, calculate quickly, and generate ideas almost instantly. It felt like AI could do everything better and faster than me. I thought, what's the point of becoming a writer if AI can do it so easily? I mean, just look at me and then look at AI. It takes me a long time just to write an essay, but AI can produce one in seconds. How could I ever compete at that? But then, I stopped and thought about something important. If AI can write so quickly, why do human authors still write books? That question helped me realize something very important. The world today values speed. We want quick answers and fast results. But imagination takes time. The best ideas often come from thinking deeply and exploring possibilities. AI can write words, but humans write with heart. Stories are not just made of words. They're made of imagination, feelings, and experiences. That was when I realized something important. Speed is not the same as creativity. That realization changed the way I saw my dream. Creativity takes time. It requires thinking, imagining, and sometimes making mistakes. And if we rely on AI too much, we might stop thinking for ourselves. Sometimes people ask AI for answers without truly understanding them. But real learning happens when we think, question, and try again. There are many things AI cannot do. For example, AI does not feel emotions. If someone needs encouragement, AI might respond to helpful words, but it cannot truly understand human feelings. Human emotions help us connect with each other. It allows us to share experiences, comfort others, and inspire people. Of course, AI can be useful and efficient, but it cannot replace human creativity and emotion. So, I decided to start writing again. This time, I focused on just one topic. I also asked my mom for some advice. When I first wrote the story, it was still a little confusing. But I kept revising and improving it. And every time I made changes, it became better. I was so excited. I realized something amazing. I was improving by myself. At first, I thought I could never achieve my dream. But then I realized that confidence and effort can help us grow. AI is powerful, but it does not have imagination or emotion like humans do. Through my experience, I learned that human creativity and emotion are incredibly powerful. Everyone faces difficult moments in life. Sometimes things do not go the way we want. Sometimes we feel like giving up, but giving up is not the answer. When we keep trying, we become stronger and more confident. Deep thinking allows us to explore ideas, learn from mistakes, and discover new possibilities. In fact, research shows that when we take time to reflect, we develop deeper understanding and stronger thinking skills. When I write stories, I imagine what it would be like to be the main character. The next day, I write them down. It's exciting and fun. When you think deeply about something you love, it never feels boring. The future will be full of powerful technology. AI will continue to become faster and smarter, but human imagination will always matter, because the best ideas do not come from being faster. They come from thinking deeply. Research from Harvard Business School shows that real learning happens when we reflect, make mistakes, and improve, not just when we get quick answers. So, don't rush your thinking. Go deeper. Sometimes AI can help us, but we should not depend on it for everything. AI may be fast, but humans have imagination. And imagination is where the most powerful ideas begin. So don't try to do everything so quickly. Take your time. Think deeply, because the most powerful ideas do not come from being faster. They come from going deeper. Thank you.